What's up, guys? Welcome back to Fish Over Chicks Woodworking. My name is Peter, and today we are making a router table. So let's jump into it. So we're basically making a small router table. Recently, I've been just using my palm router to route stuff, and I've just been holding pieces like this, small pieces on there, and doing the round over bit just like that. But obviously, my hand's a bit close to the blade, and this is not a big workspace to work on. So we're gonna make a router table. We're gonna make it a little bit bigger. It's not gonna be huge, but it's gonna be big enough to get what I need done. And if you guys want to make it bigger, basically follow these steps, but use a bigger sheet of plywood. This is a scrap sheet of plywood that I had lying around. The exact dimensions of it are 14 by 8, and it is a 1/2 inch sheet of plywood. So this is going to be plenty big for what I'm doing. But basically what it's going to be is just like that. And of course we'll have some legs here. So let's get into how we actually connect this palm router to the plywood. So the first thing we're going to do is you're going to flip it upside down on the sheet of plywood in the middle. It doesn't have to be perfect, just kind of eyeing it right now, and then we're going to go ahead and trace it. Alright, so here we have it. That is the square we've traced from this. So now what we're going to do is actually cut out this square. So we're going to cut into this, and we're going to want to cut into this with your router bit. So however thick the guard is of your router, mine right here is a 1/4 inch thick. That's how deep you're going to cut into your wood. So we're going to cut a 1/4 inch down into the wood. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm using a very thin bit right now. I think it's an 1/8 inch bit, I believe. And we're just going to do a outline 1/8 inch down, and then we're going to go again with a 1/4 inch down just to make sure we can follow the lines. We're going to go a little bit thin, and then we're going to do the whole depth. So for this one, as you can see underneath here, we've got some guards here. So really the only points of contact that we need this guard to sit inside this hole are the 4 corners. So we're not going to have to do a whole cutout of everything inside. We really want to focus on the corners and making sure that these 4 points of contact there are the ones that we really make sure are a 1/4 inch deep and are all exactly the same, because that's the most important part of the project. So what we're going to do is set our plunge bit an 1/8 inch deep, and we're just going to trace that square very slowly to make sure that we don't make any mistakes. Alright guys, so we've got these cut out with the router. It is 1/8 inch deep. So now what we're going to do is just go over it again, but we're going to make our way to at a 1/4 inch deep. We're going to cut this now to 1/4 inch. So these 4 corners are now cut 1/4 inch deep. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take the jigsaw and we're going to cut this middle piece out. We're just going to completely cut it out. Then we're going to have those 4 corners there that the router can sit on. So let's go ahead and cut those out. Alright guys, there we have it. So as you can see, we've cut out that middle part, and we've got these little pieces on the corner there that are going to support this. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take off the whole guard, and we're going to place it in just like that. And there it is. Basically what you have is basically just a bigger guard right now. And then you're going to go ahead and place this back on your router. So now you have your bit up there. Now what we have is a bigger guard, but obviously we're making a table, so this is just a top to our table, because if we don't have legs here, it'll just fall down like that. So we need legs to actually pick up this router off the ground. So as long as we add some legs here, the weight of the router will let gravity do the trick and keep the router in place. So let's make some legs. Alright, so right now with the guard on the router and the router hitting the table, it is about 10 1/4 inches tall. So we're going to make the legs about 11 inches tall, and we're going to use this piece of 2x6. We're going to use this piece 2x6 for that, so let's get that cut. Alright, now that we've got our 4 legs, they are about 1.5 inches by 1 1/4 inches. They're all a little bit different thicknesses, but that's fine as long as they're all the same length, which is about 12 inches, I think I said. We're just going to glue and screw these in just for a little bit more support. Alright guys, so basically it's just some pieces of 2x4s for the legs. We glued them, screwed them up top. Doesn't look the prettiest up top. I mean, certainly not a very pretty project, but it is very functional. I've already used it a little bit and I'm super happy with the way it works. So let me show you how you do it. Basically, you take your guard and you're just going to insert it there, and then take your router with the bit already in it, and you're just going to insert it like that, and then there you go, you got the bit up there. And now for my router, at least, you can spin this little wheel to get it where you want it. There we go, using a 1/8 inch round over bit. So there you have it. Obviously the router isn't being fastened down by anything besides gravity, which is totally fine. So let's use this little piece right here and see how it works. Alright guys, that's going to do it for the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this build and you're going to build something like it, please let us know in the comments, and send us an email with pictures of the build you did at fishoverchickswoodworking@gmail.com. That is our email. Contact us with whatever you want. We love to hear from you. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, please like, comment, subscribe. We're trying to hit 5,000 subscribers before July, so we'd really appreciate if you guys could subscribe, help us meet that goal. But until next time, thank you so much for watching. Guys, if you enjoyed that video and you want to know what I was doing with this little tiny piece here, click this video right here and you'll find out a scrap wood project that has made me a ton of money.